Afternoon, vinyl community. Aris here, coming at you on a Friday. I don't know what that's all about, but thank God for the weekend. I've been buying some new records, which isn't like me actually. I tend to buy second hand nowadays, but I've sort of I think I've turned into the man I've almost feared, and I kind of blame the VC for this. I've sort of edged into audiophile territory. I don't know if anyone like me remembers the good old days of record buying, from about 79 to 91. Well, I bought my first couple of thousand records, and it used to be so simple. You used to walk into HMV, every single record was priced the exact same, £7.99, apart from the import bin or the box sets. And you used to get it home and listen to it, and you'd either like it or not. But nowadays, you buy a record and you get it home, and then you go on the internet, and then there's some bloke called Chad from Delaware laughing at you online because you bought the wrong version. And that's happened today because I bought Loveless by My Bloody Valentine. This is the remaster. But apparently I've bought the digital remaster, not the analog remaster, which would not have affected me in the past. But now I've got Chad just sneering at me, and I'm like, have I bought the wrong version? I've got a funny relationship with this record actually. I love My Bloody Valentine. I bought Isn't Anything back in '88, and I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I've got Feed Me, You Made Me Realise 12-inch, which recently sold for 389 quid on Discogs. That's madness, isn't it? But I've still got my copy, and I loved it. And then when this came out in '91, I was kind of really excited, and it kind of sounded like a formless mess, to be honest. And I gave it away like 3 weeks later, which is kind of what you used to do in those days, or I used to do, because records were fairly cheap. I would have bought that for £6.99, and you couldn't take it into a second-hand shop because they wouldn't have given you anything for it. And I gave it to a mate, as I did with probably hundreds of my records, and I also received a lot of free records, and I gave it away, which obviously was kind of regretful because it sells for about 250 quid now. So in a way I jumped on this due to some sort of philosophical psychological trauma of giving it away, and I bought it, and it is all right. It's actually fair play. It arrived today in the post. It's only been released today, so that was good. And it sort of comes on the does come in a gatefold. I can't remember if the original did or not. And it's kind of on a glossy sleeve. Although if you get the analog one, it comes on a hard-backed glossy sleeve. I've just played it. It sounds pretty good. It doesn't sound a lot better than my CD. And I've got to be honest, I'm still not bowled over by it. Thankfully, it wasn't too bad. It was 17 quid and post and packing. But yeah, there's probably going to be some chatter on the internet about it. And yeah, My Bloody Valentine's Loveless. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still not overly convinced by it, to be honest. But interested. I mean, I'm just looking now. I bought this for £1.99, which is Sister Sledges to Love Somebody from a charity shop last week. I promise you now, I'll end up playing this 20 times more than that. And it does contain Pretty Baby, which is one of the great Sister Sledge songs of all time. But yeah, I don't know. Loveless, My Bloody Valentine. Also, I bought recently, and this is brilliant, the Real McCoy by McCoy Tyner. I saw Mr. MC Pop, who sometimes comments on my videos. He had it on one of his videos, so it made me buy it, because I've always loved this. I had it on CD 25 years ago. What is this? Bop? Post-bop? I never know. I never understand jazz genres, really, apart from jazz funk, I suppose. But I've always thought this is one of the great jazz albums of all time. And this has come out on, the recent Blue Note again. I'm staggering into some sort of audiophile hell here, but sort of Blue Note reissue. I don't care. It cost 20 quid, which I thought was all right. The opening track, Passion Dance, has always been one of the greats for me. The drumming is awesome. This sounds great. I mean, I dare say an original would sound a million times better, but McCoy Tyner, the Real McCoy. Absolutely fantastic. I'm so chuffed to have this again. Brilliant. Next up, I bought this a couple of weeks ago, and again, this is me edging into the world of VC land, really. But this is quite enjoyable. Floating Points and Pharaoh Sanders, Promises. It's one track in 8 movements, so already you've got, there's red flags all over the place in there. One track, 8 movements. It is quite transporting, actually. Floating Points is a lad from England who sort of does ambient electronic music. One for the beard strokers. This essentially is a 47-minute track which contains sort of an 8-second moment of music, which is, it sounds like, I don't know, a harpsichord being strummed or something. That 8-second moment is repeated every 9 seconds for 47 minutes. So if you don't like the first 20 seconds, you're probably not going to get on with this. Over the top of it, Pharaoh Sanders, who's now 80 years old, so he's limited on how much saxophonic gymnastics he can perform, sort of just lays over some ambient moments. Basically, I'd describe this as being like the first 20 seconds of John Coltrane's "A Love Supreme," if you know that record, where Coltrane starts off with his, you know, which is always the best bit of that record, combined with Brian Eno's Music for Airports for 47 minutes. And it is actually, I mean, I don't do drugs anymore, any more than the average touring funk band. That's a Bill Hicks gag. But if I did do drugs, it would definitely be transporting. I've listened to this on about eight cans of Stella, and it is also quite transporting, and I actually do recommend it. And it's gone berserk price-wise already. I mean, it only came out about a month ago, and I think you've already got to pay about 40-50 quid for this, which is madness. I just bought it from the shop. But yeah, comes in a very nice gatefold, actually. And if you like ambient, I do recommend it. But again, it's a bit of a curate's egg of a record. You're either going to love it or hate it. And I don't mind it. But no, it is good. Promises, Floating Points and Pharaoh Sanders. Yeah, decent record. Next up, this is one, again, sort of thing I never do. I own every single Who's Could Do album. And I only own this one on CD. And I've done the sort of thing I never do, which is become a completist. I hate all that completism. Either I want to buy a record or I don't. But I've kind of bought this, even though I knew I didn't absolutely love it. It's Who's Could Do's The Living End live album on red vinyl. So what's happened to me? This is the final taboo, and I don't know what's happened to me. But yeah, I really did want to hear it again, because I lost the CD 20 years ago, and it's a live album of their final gigs. It's sort of patched together from their final tour. The band is completely falling apart. Their tour manager, who they loved, I think his name was David Savoy, he committed suicide. Grant Hart thought he had AIDS. Turns out he didn't, but he was definitely on drugs. And he was trying to come off drugs. And the band were a mess, and they hated each other. And it's a strange choice of songs. It's mainly from maybe the later albums. It's not the Dream set list for any Huska fan. But yeah, I bought it, and it is decent. It's a good album. It's not the Dream Huska Do live album. Which if they put, I'd love them. I wish they put the Camden gig out, which is on YouTube, the Huska Do Camden gig, which I've got on video, because that is the Dream Huska Do set. But this is decent, and I think if you didn't know Huska Do and you bought this, you'd really enjoy it. But it's pretty decent. It's got a fantastic version of She Floated Away on it as well. So Huska Do The Living End. And my last up, anyone who watches my videos knows I absolutely love a bit of pop. Jessie Ware, What's Your Pleasure, came out the arse end of last year, I think, actually. This again, this is ridiculous, and this is everything that's wrong with the vinyl industry. There's no reason for this to be mega money, but this again, it's going for like 50 quid now. I mean, I bought it for like 18, and they just don't print enough copies, I think. Or maybe it's COVID, or maybe it's overstretched pressing plants, who knows. If you kind of like peak era Kylie Minogue, then this is your ship's come in with this one. It's fantastic, actually. Really poppy, kind of disco. Really fantastic. I really recommend it if you like your pop. If you don't like your pop, don't bother with this one. But yeah, What's Your Pleasure by Jessie Ware. Fantastic. Really enjoy it. So that's 5 of my brand new albums I bought recently, and I will attempt to make my way out of audiophile hell and going back to buying Casey and the Sunshine Band greatest hits and on second-hand vinyl. But I'm sure I'll have some more videos coming up, and thanks for watching.